Yes.
Okay.
All
Wow.
right.
Apparently, Mr. Tardy came with an attitude.
That's how we want to start, Brian? That's how you want to start this?
Oh!
It's on.
All right, on to
buddy.
the weather.
Let's do
On to
this.
the weather.
Let's do this.
And the weather.
Okay, that's the
go
way
to
it's
the
going to
weather.
begin, James.
Ah,
Glad you
man,
could make it today.
there we go.
That's it.
It's the snow. It's,
It's only like, 300 inches of snow out there right now,
well,
guys.
yeah.
Understand, some of us accounted for it and left early.
Yeah. As a
Woo, it's
young
gonna get dirty.
millennial trying to support his parents in a time of crisis, your sleep gets a little wacky sometimes, my friend.
Okay, whatever.
So
Welcome
his
to the
heart
Mike and the
and
Mountain.
passion got in the way.
I'm the prompt Brian Gary, along with Scott whenever Cisco and
whenever.
James. Hey, I'm here now. Good to have you guys. I start driving here my usual. I'm so anal about being on time. If I'm 2 minutes early, I'm circling the area, so I pull right in. So I'm on my
you
track.
didn't circle the area today.
No, yes I did. Yes I did.
You circled the area today?
I did. Oh, I took a trip around down through Windsor a bit, and then I wanted to
Did
come
you?
back up a further route
Okay.
through County Road 70 and take a look at that. So
I was County
yes, I
Road
did.
70.
When I wasn't kidding, when I get a text from Scott and James at the exact same time.
Well.
It was one saying I'm going to be running late. Got to get a chicken sandwich in Windsor or something, and the other one was, hey, I'm running late. I'm getting some medications or something. Which that one I can buy.
Dude, that come and go chicken sandwich is no joke, all right, man? You've got to start your day with that.
And getting the Sequoia was not medication.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I didn't really read
Sequoia.
what you just wrote. I just saw, another
there are
excuse.
some- yeah.
That's right.
I didn't even look at the clock.
I write back and said, well, I'm going to be on time as usual. I'll drive
right.
around.
Yes, you
yeah,
did.
so I did. But
Being
glad
the overachiever you are.
I missed you guys. I mean, we have been
It's been a
snowed
hot minute.
apart for a while.
We had. Oh, it's been glorious.
There's, we'll get into that. I just need to start immediately with a straight up apology.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You dirty son of a... I have been waiting for weeks for this. And finally, now you're going to come out with it?
Okay. I'm sorry, Scott.
Yes, you should be.
All right. Now can I get to the real one?
Wait a minute.
I need to apologize to every Denver meteorologist who I ripped up and down.
Yes, you
this last.
did.
How the hell do you know? This last
know you.
Saturday, when I'm looking outside waiting for a storm and there's nothing, and I'm like, how do you keep your jobs?
Oh.
It must be. I didn't say this to anyone. This was just to me.
Oh, well.
But how do you,
And he's not saying it.
and I was, come on, how do you all get this so wrong?
Yeah?
And I go outside on Saturday and I take a picture of me in the middle of the street
Yes,
with
you
my
did.
shovel.
Yes, you
know,
did.
I said neighbor of the year, shoveled my
was
drive and
good.
everyone else. And then
That
people
was
saying,
good.
oh, we'll see you about tomorrow. Well, tomorrow rolled around.
Yes, it did.
And
It rolled in heavy, didn't it?
it did.
It rolled in heavy.
So again, I am sorry to all the meteorologists. Y'all were right. You
Yeah.
were absolutely right on.
White-ish, because they said it was going to start on Friday. We were all anticipating that Friday night
See,
and the
there's
Saturday.
always somebody that's got to jump in. It's
I'm
always
sorry,
about
man.
the nano
I was like,
details.
dude, you were expecting a big storm out of this. I was all excited. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
4 feet of snow in
Yes.
Colorado.
Oh, man.
I haven't had a snow
Oh.
day in ages. And there I am, Saturday, 12
Nothing.
o'clock, 1
Yeah.
o'clock,
Nothing.
2 o'clock. Yeah.
Eating green eggs and ham.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm looking outside going, flights were canceled for this?
Yeah.
You know, because there were on Saturday.
My wife's work, people were calling out Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on Friday. Like
Right.
calling in sick, calling
Right.
in saying getting ahead of the storm. And Saturday rolled around, and her boss just starts laughing her butt off, going, "These people just wasted a bunch of sick days on a Saturday, thinking the storm was going to be here."
It was fun because I told my grandkids, I said, look at all this snow. I said, if it keeps going like this, you guys aren't going to have school on Monday or Tuesday. And they're
Right.
like, oh, that's awesome. I said, well, it is spring break, but
yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah,
So
there
they're
is
off
that.
anyway, but
Yeah,
wasted
yeah.
those.
I went ahead and used my personal phone and called the Critigator phone and called in too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I called me to let
Did
me
you
know I'm
believe
not going
you?
to be in. Yeah,
Did you believe you?
Dude, I did.
That's right.
Anytime I call me, it's game on, man. It's real.
Well, I am sorry that I doubted it because this was the biggest storm I've seen in ages that
The
we
fourth.
had.
They're calling it the
Is the
fourth
fourth
biggest in Colorado.
Is that right?
That's what they're saying.
Man,
yeah.
it was a ton of snow, and I went out there. What's funny is Sunday, I said, all right, because the snowplow had just gone down my street.
Right.
I said, time for that photo. Because I was going to go out, and I was going to...
You timed it right.
I did.
You
I
did
did.
good.
But
You
what's
did
funny
good.
is, okay, the snowplow goes by, and I think, all right, now's the time for the photo. I said, Kyla, grab the camera, come out with me.
Right.
I grab the shovel, I start walking to the street, and then the snowplow starts coming around again. I said, all right, we got to wait till he's out of the shot. Then out of the corner of my eye, I see some dude in like a Prius who is trying to get up the side street, and he's sideways, high-centered, stuck.
And there's no snow in the road?
Oh, no. That was my street that had just been
okay,
plowed.
okay.
He was on the one right
Okay.
up, just off the side
Gotcha.
street. So I'm coming out with my shovel to get my picture taken in the
Right.
middle of the street, and the dude sees me out of the corner of his eye and thinks, my savior. He's coming to get me. Where I step out and go, oh, snowplow's still out. And I start turning around to go back into the garage. And you could feel this guy's hopes just sink. And my wife said, did you not see him over there? You should help him. I go, oh, yeah, I really should, shouldn't I?
You should have grabbed an extension cord and ran it over.
Well, well, I felt bad though, dude.
You don't want it to die there.
No, I didn't. But when you go over and you see a guy high-centered and he's underneath his vehicle and you see him try to dig out, and I look at the tool he's using, dude's got a claw hammer. That's all he's got on him is a hammer, and he's using the back end of it to try to pull the snow out so he can get out. You know, you don't forget your snow hammer when things start to get heavy out there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to hammer his way out of that.
You better start hauling a generator with an extension cord.
Well,
in case.
No.
I mean,
I need to give instructions because I'm watching neighbors try to get out these side streets. I grew up in North Dakota and Minnesota. You know how to turn your wheels. You know how to rock. You know how to do things to get out. These guys had it so backwards that it caused an hour and 20 minutes of entertainment from my front window.
God, yeah.
Just sitting there watching these people.
Dude, that is
Should
great.
we help? No.
No. That's just been a while. Just been a while. They gotta learn. They gotta learn, man.
Unbelievable. But I driving to your place. All right, I'm coming out on one of the county roads out of Windsor, and Scott had said his road had been closed, and I thought, yeah, I'm sure they got some snow. But then driving through where it was plowed and the height of the snow on the side, dude, you had to be absolutely truck deep.
Well, not only that, but we were powerless. Had no power. We lost power for like 26 hours. Man.
Did you really?
Yes,
that long?
No Wi-Fi. My kids were losing their mind, dude. It was.
Did you love it?
Now all of a sudden, they're thankful for mining. They're thankful for coal. They're thankful for the power company. The things that keep us alive.
It's the little things,
it's
isn't
the
it?
little things. No, and have you seen all? I don't know how much you've been out, but down 392 is that 3? Yeah, 392. The power trucks. The electric poles that were blown over and busted off. I mean, hats off to our power companies. Busting their rump out there, man. Seriously, everyone we've gone by, man, my window's down. I'm saying, hey, thanks. I appreciate what you guys do. Seriously, man. I mean,
the weight of the snow that we got, the amount of moisture that was in it.
Incredible.
Just tree cracking, power line breaking, serious snow.
And now we're going to have to get ready for flash flooding.
You know, but
it's
you see how
up,
we
man.
handled it, though?
Oh.
Could you imagine if we were Texans?
Yeah.
A little bit to their defense there, Brian. We did clean out the grocery stores a little bit for a 2-day storm.
Yes.
The meat section was completely empty when I got
Well,
to the
No,
store.
that's because the 20th is
The
coming up.
20th,
When they're going to have the no meat day. You ain't going to find a chop nowhere.
Thank your governor for that. Not like a governor promoting Colorado, man. I love that.
Well, I hope that you have dug out and survived. I know there's a lot of people who are going to be. This is going to be a dig out for a few days. I mean, our sun melts like mad. I mean, this stuff will disappear relatively quickly, but that's exactly what I'm wondering about.
There's going to be a lot of water.
I'm curious, Brian, by the way you're living in, how much tree damage is going on? Because I know up in the northern part, Fort Collins area, they just tree after tree, after just big ones too.
We drove around just to take a look. I wanted to see the damage. I drove by golf courses and so forth because usually, they're so lined with trees, and there were just big ones just dropping. We would be out back. There's something about standing in a storm and listening to the sounds. Because hearing the trees actually kind of freeze and crack.
Right.
The noises that were coming out of nature were really incredible during this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And my cows bellowing in 3 foot of snow.
Were they weren't liking that?
I had to walk out there because nothing I got will get out there with a snow shovel. And me and Elijah spent hours digging them a spot to stand in because I kid you not, it was up past their bellies. They were just standing in. I mean, it was unreal.
Why can I picture that as a total photographic opportunity? You in your buffalo coat with like a lantern at your side, walking out to check on the cows.
Yeah, well, and that's what it was too.
No, I'm sure it was.
And I was in huge fear because inevitably, everybody that runs cattle knows when we get a storm like this and a pressure system changes that drastically, every one of them cows are going to calve. They're going to calve. And I knew for sure, and we've got one that's ready. She's bagged up and swollen, man. She was ready to drop at any time, and I was just prepped and ready. I mean, I had a stack of blankets that I was going to take out there to get that calf dried off. I mean, in any of that weather, I was going out there in the buffalo coat with the lantern, checking the cows, man, making sure she hadn't calf, and she didn't calf out, thank God. But
it's funny you bring that up. One of my favorite pictures that I have in my house is a painting of an old cowboy with a trench coat on carrying a calf that had just been birthed in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't realize that brings it on.
They do. Them dirty rottens, man, they will wait for a blizzard to drop calves. I don't know why, but the years I've been doing it, man, they wait for a full-blown blizzard to drop calves.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You know what else happens during blizzard? 9 months from now. There's going to be a lot of the blizzard of 2021 babies.
Yes, there is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there is. Well, as long as we can get through the COVID babies.
Oh, those two. Good point. There's going to be a lot of kids born in the next year. So hey, speaking of celebrations, though, like you do at the birth of a child.
Yes.
It was the absolute perfect 35th anniversary this weekend.
Oh, tell me.
For me to get snowed in with my daughter and my grandkids somewhere else.
Gone.
They were gone. They went to go visit some friends and got snowed in for 2 days.
On.
So we're alone in the house, snowed in.
Buck naked.
Snowed in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I was wearing a Batman costume.
Oh, okay.
All right, but
you didn't bust out the Spider-Man? I'll never forget
that was Sunday.
Okay.
All right. It was Hulk Monday because we didn't get together.
Hulk Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gorilla Glue Tuesday.
That's today.
I know.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you guys to leave.
Here's the uncomfortable portion of the program.
Yes, it is.
No, when I get home today, my wife is, when I left, she had started painting the bedroom.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, this was like the last task of all the things we've been doing in the house.
Right,
we had put off the bedroom.
Yeah.
And
did you get the good paint that gets you kind of...
I'll find out when I get home.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, that's it.
You're hoping you did.
But we're snowed in for like 3 days, and we're going, we should probably... Nah, because we thought about painting at that point. And it's like, no, it is so quiet. We stayed up to, check this out. I stayed up till midnight.
Shut up.
For me, that's, and slept until 10 o'clock the next morning.
No way.
Dude, it was just unbelievable.
Wow.
I couldn't have asked for a better anniversary. So thank you, Lord.
Yeah, that's
freaking
awesome. I stayed up all night because I had to make sure the fireplace was burning the entire time because we didn't have power, no heat. make sure the generator was full, extension cords running good, and we were rotating one of the extension cords between the refrigerator and the air fryer. Because, I mean, hats off to air fryers. Listen, man, if you don't have an air fryer, in an emergency situation, an air fryer can pull you through. It did, man. It was awesome. It was like nothing changed in this house because, again, we're kind of survivalist people anyway.
I was thinking that if there was anyone who was prepared to be stuck in, it was you.
Yeah, I mean, it was, dude, I was enjoying it because no Wi-Fi. The kids were ready to kill themselves. I mean, it was, they are now praising the coal mines, the electric companies. I mean, they're thankful for the things we have instead of bashing them, shutting them down, and they are grateful that we have those things to sustain people, man.
It's amazing what a little,
what
can bring on a little gratitude, that's for sure.
Yes.
Now, we were, one of the things a lot of people are dealing with, and you were seeing, I know in Fort Collins, a lot of trailer parks and places that homes were just denting down in the middle,
caving in
from the weight of the snow. And you're seeing people in this treacherous weather on their roofs with snow shovels getting the snow off of there because the weight can be so intense by this stuff. And to everybody who went through that, man. Now, to those of us who didn't shovel off the roof, we got a lot of melting that's going to have to go on.
Oh, buddy.
So what we did was, man, if there was ever a time to make sure our gutters are going to be rolling.
Oh, they're going to be rolling into your yard.
No, so we, and by we, I mean my wife got on a ladder. And she,
dude,
she got it. I know.
Man.
Seriously, what I'm able to do. I know.
You did that right.
When she climbed up. When she climbed up there, dug out, I was so proud of her when she dug out the area around, where the water goes. And pouring hot water down that thing and watching. Wow. I thought 4 ravens in a row came out of there.
Right.
I mean, I see this black shit. I go, it's a bird.
Right.
And I go and I pick, oh, no, that's just soot. And, man, but those things got flowing and going. And had she not done that, all that snow coming down, leaking over places of your gutters you don't want it to be going.
Oh, buddy.
But as this stuff starts to melt down, you might want to make sure you got some good flow going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. It can tear them right off your house, man. If they're not installed right or incorrectly or whenever they've been on or taken care of. Like you said, I mean, a lot of these jobs that we do, attic jobs for and roofs and for squirrels and raccoons and stuff like that, I always let them know, hey, man, I don't know if you've ever thought about it or somebody. That's one of these things people don't really think about, how much crap's in your gutter until it's too late and then you got to replace all your gutters. But, man, blow out your gutters. In the fall, before winter hits, get up there with a leaf blower or find somebody. I mean, that's what we do. I take the backpack leaf blower. I just blow everything out.
Absolutely.
Man. Priceless.
Yeah,
Priceless.
no, because
little maintenance goes a long way.
Well, I got to think the squirrels just line up to get into my gutters to get all that building material that's in there, and pulling that stuff out.
You got trees and stuff like that around. Oh yeah, absolutely.
The pine trees held up beautifully for me in my backyard.
Did they?
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of them. Did you see mine? Mine are like touching the ground.
I saw so many of those like that it ended up looking like a snow wall going up about 8 feet.
My brother Steve in Cheyenne. Now listen.
Oh, it's another planet up there.
I ain't complaining about what we got compared to Cheyenne is still shut down as far as I know. But my brother, he's got a pine tree, man. I kid you not, 24-inch circumference in his front yard. It's over into the road. I mean, it snapped that whole damn tree, man.
Oh, man.
The whole tree snapped it. Right across sidewalk road. Thank God it didn't go toward his house or anything like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
He said the neighbor behind him has actually got one of those sunrooms on the back. The sunroom caved in. It was so well attached to the roof, it drug half the roof with it.
No kidding.
Opened this guy's house wide open, man, on the side of his house. I mean, man, it's brutal. It's brutal.
I know a guy who set up, he wanted to do a time lapse of the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in. So he had set up, a nice studio, nice camera set up in the backyard.
Yeah.
And while he's filming it, it went to hell because his pergola completely collapsed while he's doing the time lapse thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bummer.
No, we were smart and got out the night before on Saturday. Saturday morning, we go out and we need to get the cover off this thing.
Right
You know,
on.
because all the weight of that snow,
Oh, yeah.
even though this is metal, that thing can bend.
Oh, buddy.
So we pulled the thing off, and then, you know, about 4 on Saturday afternoon, I'm going, well, that was a waste of taking down a pergola cover. Yeah, F you, meteorologist. Yeah. Make me waste my Look at that. Yeah, that was
It's gonna snow.
But so much
it's
fun it
beautiful.
was. We throughout this we've been babysitting 2 corgis.
Now wait a minute. You got rid of your daughter and your grandkids, but you were babysitting 2
2
corgis.
dogs. Yeah.
That ain't so bad.
We had some friends who were going to Arizona for a rodeo and needed somebody to watch the 2 corgis, Charlie and Danny, named after Charlie Daniels.
Charlie and Danny. Dude, I can see 2 corgis named Charlie and I love that. Man.
No, and they're
love that.
absolutely adorable. But these dogs, they're freaks of nature because they've got big dog heads on little dog bodies.
Well, but they kind of got a bigger body, but
It's
they've got
thick.
no legs.
No legs whatsoever.
Yeah, just like
No,
just
they
like
yes.
they're moonwalking. 'Cause you can't. They're hovering.
They're hovering. That's and
No
that's about
legs.
it. They barely get off the ground,
Right?
You know, and you see them out in the backyard in this snow. They were in heaven,
Really?
just plowing trails through the backyard.
No
Now
kidding.
these corgis they're little cattle dogs,
Right,
So they're
right.
herders.
Yeah.
and I've noticed that because these little suckers try to herd us in the house. You're trying to walk to a room, and all of a sudden you got a corgi cutting your path off, trying to get you into
Really?
the next opening.
Nice.
You know, seriously.
Dude, that is funny, man.
Oh, they are, but they've been really
dogs.
cute. We got them for the rest of the week, but all the dogs in my house were getting along. There were 5 dogs
Wow.
sitting there, and all of them digging each other.
Right.
Everyone was cool. It was
Nice,
nice.
man.
It was nice.
Nice.
So again, the perfect anniversary. Even babysitting a couple of
Oh, heck
corgis.
yeah.
Charlie
Heck
and
yeah.
Danny were cool.
Charlie and Danny. That is cool.
It is.
That is cool. Yeah, Otis, our little dog, he had no problem. He weighs like 2.5 pounds. Dude, he was just sailing all over on top of this.
Is he actually
Sonny,
walking on
we
the
let
top?
her out, man, and she thought, "Oh yeah, I'm going." As soon as she come off deck, boom, she disappeared.
She's
She
she's your
was gone.
golden, right?
Yeah, the golden was gone, man. But she loves it, man. It's so fun to watch them dogs romp around in that snow and play, and those that enjoy it.
Oh,
Those that enjoy it.
well, and I'm one of those. I'm just crazy about my dogs. You know that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not as crazy. I was just reading. There was a lady in Tennessee, 88-year-old, who passed away and left behind $5 million to take care of her border collie.
I heard that on the news or something.
I mean, I know you love your dog, but think of all the places that could benefit.
No,
from $5
seriously,
million?
man. Seriously. Yeah,
You know?
that
How much kibble can you get? And that, you know? I think they hire someone that actually collects the poop as it comes out of the dog,
Right,
doesn't actually hit the
something.
ground, you know? That's something
Yeah,
like that. But
I don't. Yeah, I think I'll just
No.
stick to nature.
take the
Yeah, nature makes sense. People don't.
Okay, nature can make sense,
It
but
can.
as I'm getting into the animal kingdom, I'm always looking for animal stories.
Oh yes.
Did you see 4 orangutans and 5 bonobos at the San Diego Zoo got doses of the COVID vaccine for animals after 8 of the zoo's gorillas contacted the disease from an infected zookeeper? Now, I don't know about you, but I think that zookeeper's got some splaining to do. That's
Yeah.
what were you doing with them to infect them with COVID?
Well, right. I mean, how close contact? We ain't supposed to be getting that close contact with orangutan.
I think they're
any
looking
kind of
at the
primates.
zoo cam footage right now just to see,
Oh.
just to check on this guy.
Yeah.
No.
No, this is where I struggle, man, with intervening with wildlife. Listen, I get it. You want to inject yourself or people or for the we are not the same, but we're so much the same as nature. But that I don't know. I really struggle with that.
It's
man.
strange,
I
isn't
struggle.
it?
Yeah, I don't really know what I think about that, dude. I don't know about giving. I'm not big on zoos, man. I'm not big on zoos.
I totally understand
It's
that.
tough. It's a give and take, man.
You know, that you bring up a really good point. As a guy who makes his living, you know, in nature with animals in the wild, seeing them like that, is it painful to see them in a zoo? A little bit?
Ish, man. Yeah, again,
I mean, we don't need to go off on zoos or anything. I understand that they're for, but
I think it's a good
someone
point,
from your
man.
perspective, I'm wondering what you think when you see that.
So here's where I'm really torn, man. Again, with humans fragmenting and building at a insane rate, and we're changing the ecosystem structure inside the city limits to the nth degree. Should we be helping? Should we be? I mean, I have people call me with baby squirrels and baby birds, and take them, man. It's not that I don't have a heart, man. I'm saying no, just get rid of it. But on the other hand, man, it's nature, and it is beyond anything we'll ever understand. We will forever be trying to understand nature. We really will, and I'm just not a big fan of the. Man, you got to let nature be nature. You got to when people watch it, and I love that we have these documentaries now of the eagles and hawks and stuff like that. And you ever notice, like, there'll be 3, but there's always one that's just not up to par, just not up to snuff. Now, some birds will actually kill the baby or even throw it over the edge. It's survival of the fittest. Man, and us as humans, we've taken away from that. And I get it. I'm not knocking it. We're trying to keep everybody alive and to live their life, and but we've separated so much from nature. But we are part of nature, man. We are part of the kingdom, and we got to respect everything where it is and what it is. I mean, I get calls all the time, especially when season comes around here real quick. Somebody will find a baby squirrel on this, and they swear it fell out of that nest up there. Well, no, it didn't fall out of the nest, and they try to take care of it, and it still dies. That's because it wasn't meant to be. It's nature. I know I can't explain that, and it's hard to tell people that, but they pour their heart and soul into trying to keep something alive that it's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. I mean, there's no, you can take your emotions and your feelings out of it. You can have them. I respect that. It's not that I don't feel bad for it. But it is what it is, man. There's something wrong with that squirrel. And sometimes the wind blows the whole damn nest out and there's baby squirrels everywhere. But that mother will come down, just like what we do with raccoons. When we pull them out of an attic or a fireplace and we put them in a box in the backyard, and we tell the folks, stay away from it, don't touch it. Tomorrow morning, they'll be gone. Put a trail camera on it. You'll watch mom come back and haul them off one by one. It's nature. We got to let nature be nature. We can't intervene. And it's hard. I get it, man. It's tough.
Now, would you be somebody who would be entertained to go on an African safari or something like that? Do you have any interest in that type of thing?
Well, so check this out. Let me share this story with you. You remember seeing the gal? There was a big to-do. It was on the news and everything. People were crucifying this woman because she took a picture with her gun and a giraffe, a dead giraffe. She harvested a giraffe over in Africa. People were crucifying her. What people didn't know, that she paid $150,000 that went toward the conservation effort there, and that was an old bull that was no longer any good. He couldn't reproduce. He couldn't do... So, it kills me, man. People are so quick to jump in and crucify people without knowing the full story. But who can get the full story anymore?
Well, that's a very good point.
I didn't hear him say on the news that she paid $150,000 that he was a dry bull and he was no good anymore. I didn't hear any of that. But by God, they were ready to crucify. Isn't that the way nowadays, James? Just, if you've done something wrong, we're going to crucify your ass.
Yeah, I guess that is the norm, I suppose, but I have no idea who the hell started that.
No, I don't either, but it is the norm. It is, man. People are expecting everybody to be Jesus, if you will. Perfection. We're human. I'm going to fail today as much as I'm going to fail tomorrow.
It is always interesting to me to find so many people who base their entire life on faith, and that there in that there was only one perfect man, yet spend an eternity bitching and chopping down other people and making fun of the fact that they're not perfect.
They're out there.
You know,
they're out there.
I
They're
find
out
that
there. I believe I've even seen that on the news is coming from the pulpit.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah. No, it's true.
Listen, love thy neighbor. Ish.
I got one.
Ish.
I got one.
Ish. I do that one.
Yeah,
It's just the other one's bipolar and I can't help him.
that's I want to meet your neighbors.
Oh, God. I'll let you. I'll let you.
Oh, I'm sure they've got stories about their neighbor.
Right.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I'm built to please.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, just delving off of that, because I always try to find a way to segue into something else.
Especially when I try to take it that way.
So, yeah, okay. So,
All
if
right.
you say you're on a safari and you see a Cheeto. A
Cheeto. Well, I'm
If
going
you
to.
saw a cheetah, because what I was
Chester?
going to try. Yes. Chester cheetah.
Cheetahs,
Now,
packing some
is a
Cheetos.
cheetah not supposedly the fastest mammal?
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, them jokers are fast.
Well, then why in the hell wasn't Wile E. Coyote chasing one of them? Or, the Roadrunner isn't technically a coyote faster than a Roadrunner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that whole cartoon is based on lies
No,
as well.
it ruined my childhood.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But see, here's the problem. If Wile E. Coyote had been on the right medication, he would have understood. If man could have intervened and helped him understand. Instead, we gave him TNT and an anvil and, teached him about.
Instead of ordering from Acme, he should have ordered from Walgreens.
Yes.
That would.
Yes.
Okay,
Just cancel the show. Just cancel it. No, cancel.
no.
Hashtag cancel. Can't have it.
Let me get back to my really rough attempt to get into a Cheeto story.
I took it there, didn't I?
No, that was all me, just
Okay,
completely
okay,
locking
all right.
up, just
Okay,
absolute
yeah.
rookie on that.
So, cheetah.
No, just screw the cheetah. We're going right into
Cheetos.
the Cheetos. I was going to
Okay.
use the cheetah to
Cheetos,
get
I
into
like
the
it.
Cheetos.
Oh, well.
Now, my grandkids, I've complained about this before, eat those Flamin' Hot Cheetos or the Takis or these kind of frickin' snacks that turn their hands blood red and then they touch stuff.
Their eyes.
Oh, now that would
eyes.
be okay. I'm talking about my walls above the tax strip.
Oh, that
all right,
above
where
the
they
tax
haven't
strip.
gotten them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they should quit. Police no longer need to use to check for
little
fingerprints
duster
to throw the duster.
Yeah.
Just use Cheetos. A burglar was caught red-handed because of yellow Cheeto dust on her teeth. Apparently, a mom of two reported that an intruder had pried off the screen of her window in Tulsa, and they found a bag of Cheetos near the window that had been pried off. Then they found this gal, Sharon Carr, lurking nearby, and when she opened her mouth to talk to them, they noticed the tinge
Get
the
outta
tinge of the
here. Are you
Cheeto dust
serious?
on her mouth, and she got busted. And the police said a good reminder that Cheeto dust can be pretty hard to get rid of. So busted by Cheeto dust.
Bummer.
That's it.
Bummer.
But I'm wondering, what criminal is bringing a bag of Cheetos with them to eat under the window? Number one, the cracking is pretty loud.
Yeah.
Do you hear that crunching outside?
That is weird.
There's a lot that
Yeah.
went wrong
No,
on that
that's-
one. That
yeah.
truly is a
Cheeto.
dumb criminal.
That's a Cheeto story.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I got nothing else. How about this?
Lay it on me.
All right.
What do you got?
Self-cleaning underwear.
Huh?
All right. Yeah. A Minnesota company. Underwear that doesn't need to be washed. It's called Cribby, which sounds like a disease you
Cribby.
get from not washing your shorts.
Cribby.
I got a case of Cribby.
You're going to need some talcum powder, too.
Yeah.
You
Gold
get
Bond.
Cribby,
Yeah.
you need-
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, get some powder.
It is smell-resistant undergarment composed of a blend of bamboo, eucalyptus, beechwood, and bacteria-destroying copper fibers. Now, if you have pants, if your underwear is made out of bamboo, beechwood, and eucalyptus, isn't there a chance you could get beetles or some other kind of, I'm sorry, my shorts have an infestation of
I right away went to beech nut. I thought it started thinking about chew tobacco but that's not going to go good with underwear.
Where do you get beech nut out of that? Beechwood? Okay, yeah.
Beechwood.
Oh, no, I ain't going there.
Is it,
no,
Is it
staying
wicking?
away from the
Is
beechwood.
Is it wicking?
No.
Is it wick?
They said that some people may think it's gross, but if you let them air out for a few hours after a day of use, they'll smell as fresh as unworn underwear.
And I want to meet the poor sap that had to go through smelling all those to justify that.
Well, who is so tight on space that they're going, if I could just get rid
Air
of
out
4
my
or 5 pair of
choners.
these underwear,
Right.
I'd have room for some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've worked with somebody
Yeah?
who thought they were wearing that kind of underwear.
right. Yeah.
Long road trip, those things can happen.
Yeah, chafage.
Chafage. Well, you got anything else? Anything else
Well,
exciting happened to you this week?
No, let's
I'm
see.
guessing it's when it snows like this. I didn't see a track nowhere in my yard of anything but those corgis. I haven't.
Right.
I haven't even seen a bird come out.
This has been hell. So I noticed, believe it or not, I went out and fertilized before the snow came in. I went and got my 3 bags of fertilizer, spring fertilizer, put down because I knew it was coming. So as I'm doing that, I noticed I got these huge spots, like as big as this table, of dead sod with rabbit pellets all over. And they're smart because they know they're at the critter getter's house and they're doing it over there where I don't have windows. So I had no idea I had a small population of rabbits going on over here on this end of my yard because I don't have windows over there.
Uh-huh.
So I was already planning, I'm going to need to take care of this. But, I think the snow helped. I haven't seen rabbit tracks, and we had a lot of rabbits. So this is going to, again, this is nature. Nature is going to be taken care of. But, I worry about birds of prey, our hawks, even the geese. We don't see the geese flying around much.
No, where are they?
Well, they're on, they got out, evacuated, man. They've got to go find feed. So they're on the ponds and open water, if there is any. But yeah, they split, man. They migrate. They move. They get out. But our birds of prey, our hawks, things like that, they're waiting for these rabbits and things to come out, squirrels, so they can eat, man. Is
there going to be a lot of activity after this melts away with the moisture that comes in? Does that do anything to post-storm? Is there anything to look for?
Well, yeah, it's going to stimulate the breeding season even more.
So it is kind of like a blizzard baby thing for the animal kingdom too?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, again, whatever, and this is scientifically proven, whatever was taken out through the storm, the animals will know and adapt without even talking about it, thinking about it. Their bodies know that the population is down, food source is big, let's have big litters. We've seen this with every species we deal with. I used to think whenever I first started doing this that, by God, I'm going to save Fort Collins. I am going to knock down the raccoon population immensely, man, to where nobody's having any problems. There's just a few of them around. Believe it or not, the more I take out, the more there are next year.
No kidding.
Yeah, because there's more housing, more water, and more food. Food, water, shelter. They will adapt automatically and have bigger litters the more abundant their food source is and the more abundant housing is. And again, if you got chimneys, attics, fireplaces, get a chimney cap on. Get your fireplace covered and sealed, because if you're even listening to me say this, you're already high risk for raccoons getting in your chimney. Because everybody I've been to do a job, they're return clients. Not because I'm dropping stuff off at your house, but because you're becoming educated and you're more aware of what's going on nature-wise in your yard. I love it, man.
No, that makes sense. Looked like, James, were you leaning in to say something?
Oh, yeah. No, it's also less competition, too, for the animals.
Less competition.
Because, as you mentioned, there's, the less there are, the more they want to populate and stuff.
Right.
And as Scott mentioned, man, the chimney caps, it's just the simple things like that. Like an $80 to $100 investment like that can save you hundreds of dollars of bills, because you had to call a professional come out there. to remove the raccoon, let alone the damages that animal can cause afterwards. Because the leaders, the juveniles that they produce, they're reckless. They know how to make a frat house out of the place they live in.
We've had some fun.
Well, it's going to be a good time after the thaw here to go around and check your perimeter again.
Oh yeah,
which you should do several times a year, but definitely as a change of season rolls in like we've just had, and when the weather goes away, good time to check those dryer vents, and
check top to bottom. Check from the ground, from your foundation, your decks, all the way up to the top of your roof. Look, you may not even know what you're looking at, but if you look at it every single day, if something goes awry, you're going to notice it. Maybe there's a couple shingles that are tore, or maybe, like the one gentleman I went to in Fort Collins, he was renting, and his landowner called and said, "Hey man, we got raccoons in the attic. I need you to take care of it." So I get over there, and the frat boy, the college kids, they answered the door stoned out of their mind. It was like Cheech and Chong, man, the smoke rolling out. And he goes, "Can I help you, man?" I said, "Yeah, you got some some raccoons in your attic. I need to get access to your attic." He goes, "No, man, we don't have no raccoons in our attic, man." I said, "No, come here, look." He walked out right above their door. Man, the hole is like this, right above the gutter. Huge hole where the mother had tore in. He had his like, "Do you ever look up?" "No, man, we never look up, man." Yeah. So, look at your house. Walk around your house all the way around. Man, pay attention to your house details. Even if you don't know what you're looking at, it doesn't matter. The more you do it, I recommend once a week to get started, and then at least once a month. Walk around your house, especially in the springtime. Spring and summer, them are huge, man. Do perimeters.
Also, take advantage of the snow. Snows are tattletales.
Good
tracks. Point. Don't ignore them. Because you think the tracks across the air, that's cute. No. You probably got a bigger issue that's going on right now. So just like Scott says, do not ignore the signs that are there.
Scott always talks about this. And again, so much of this information that we share on here, you can find at CiscoMWE.com. But when we go work with Scott, anytime he gets into a wildlife situation, you just prepare for him to shut down. You think he's shutting down, but what he's doing, he's becoming the animal. He's talked about this many times, but he starts to think like it. It's important that when we go to check our surroundings of our home, to seriously do that and think like an animal.
Right.
That if you were a squirrel looking at your home, where would you try to get in?
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to dress in costume for that, if you're a furry and you want to do it that way, knock yourself out and make it a fun family event.
Why not?
Sure.
Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
Not a family event. Please do not make that a family event.
Okay, not the way he was going. I was just thinking dressing up as superheroes or something. But he was going for the literal. Sorry to all the furries who do practice that. Yeah, that's right. Get a different show because we're not
babysitter and then
But once again, I apologize to all the meteorologists who I slammed and said you guys don't know what you're doing, but we do sincerely thank all of the folks who have been out there on the roads,
the power companies,
the power companies, to the people who are cleaning off the streets, our snowplow operators, the first responders who in this situation going out and trying to help people who are stranded in vehicles who didn't take the warning of stay home and those kind of things. These folks go out and do one hell of a job and so often thankless, but a huge thank you. We mean that from the bottom of our hearts. And I know you certainly do on your street.
You bet I do.
And this is when you notice good neighbors too, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Because I saw neighbors shoveling neighbors' sidewalks and all sorts of stuff.
Honestly, I don't have a skid steer anymore. I didn't plan on getting out until I knew we tried to. I told you we tried to get out. We backed up and come right back home. I didn't get very far at all. I barely got outside of my lot. But Jackie woke me up after that first night, and I slept in because I'd been tending the fire all night long. And Jackie came and woke me up. She said, "Hey, neighbor come over with this huge John Deere tractor, and all he's got to make with that big tractor is one sweep." That's how you got in.
That's how I got in.
One sweep.
No kidding.
One sweep. So I tell you what, farmer and rancher neighbors, you know, out to the farming community, man, these people care about everything, man. They do not care.
Amen.
He didn't want no money. He didn't want nothing. I mean, we're always taking care of each other. And that's what we got to get back to, helping each other out, man, and being there for one another. Lay it all down, man, and do what you should do, what's right.
Absolutely. I mean, every day, if that is just a goal, do at least one thing good for somebody. Just do one. It's really easy to attain, but what a difference maker it is for you and the world.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. You'll feel like $1 million. I know we do when we go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Man, dude, we're set, dude. We are higher than life itself, man.
That's what it's all
Higher
about.
than life itself.
Do something good for somebody, and do something good for us, and check out Cisco MWE because it can help you out in taking care of your home as this change of season is. As James had said too, this snow is a great telltale sign to go out and take a look around, see some unusual tracks or things like that. It means something.
And isn't that something they can subscribe to? My son's always running around saying, "Smash that like." I don't know if we got a like. I don't know what.
Smash, like, comment, all that fun jazz.
But how do they keep track? Because we're adding to that all the time. So how do folks?
We are, Scott. Don't worry about the generation. They know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
They got you. Don't worry, man.
Smash that like. I think if we
they
got
know what
one,
to do.
We'll get Elijah to come on and do those things for us, and we'll just go, and what he said.
I apologize, everybody. Scott just got his Facebook this year. He's learning. He's catching up on 10 years. He's just really excited about what we got going on.
Did he say catching up on Tinder?
Wait, you haven't let me have that yet.
Twitter.
Twitter. Okay.
Twitter.
All right. Gotcha.
No, I didn't know how to do that either.
I know.
I know we got a Twitter, glitter, and a jitter, but I don't know how to do any of it.
I have never tweeted.
No, me neither.
I haven't.
Well,
I've never
I did
done
one
it.
time.
No.
Call it turkey. It's important. You can tweet turkey right in, man.
Okay, I get a little nervous whenever you say you have done something and you start to tell a story.
Hey, I got a hell of a tweeter. Let me tell you, pal. If I can call in a gobbler,
good point.
Yeah, if I can call in a big gobbler on my Twitter, baby, bam!
That's why I'm here.
Yes, it is. Call Jen, pal.
It's the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
Until next time, thanks for joining us.
You were scared.
No, we just made it through a whole podcast without you saying beaver.
Beaver.
That's the first one.
Beaver.
It was the first one.
Did I say beaver every single podcast?
Every podcast.
Oh my gosh. Well, I thought you were going to say naked, but I know I said naked.
Yeah, you did that.
I always got to get naked.
There's the tally mark on his notepad over there.
That's a page you won't show me.
Damn right.